Hello. I am just doing a quick video before I go to work, but what I'd like to discuss in this video is the controversy. I'm sure if you use a vaporizer and or e-cig, you have somehow become involved in a conversation about this. Um, I just want to go ahead and say that a lot of the information out there that you may see or hear, whether it be television, radio, um, newspapers, whatever, a lot of this information is, I don't want to sound like an asshole and just say it's wrong, but it's not definitive. I'll say this. Um, a lot of that stuff in the media just, they don't have the information to back a lot of it up. It's just kind of like misinformation. But I'm just going to go down the line of some of the subjects surrounding this, and hopefully, can give some other people some information to, sort of throw out there to other people and kind of, help all of us vapors out there in the vape nation. But first thing I want to talk about is the effects of nicotine. Um, a lot of people think that since nicotine is in tobacco, that it must cause cancer. That's wrong. What causes cancer is carcinogens and tar dispelled from the burning of and inhalation of tobacco. Nicotine is very similar to caffeine, which almost everyone in America is addicted to. Whether we consider it an addiction or not, it is a drug, and we are addicted to it. I'm drinking a cup of coffee right now. I'm not going to, sign up for rehab anytime soon because of my cup of coffee. That's just a part of getting through the day for almost, well, I'm not going to say almost all of us, but a lot of us. And yeah, so no, nicotine does not cause cancer. It goes through the system of the body really quick, actually. And it's a stimulant, and that's about the end all be all to it. Alright, the second thing is the amount of research. Uh, every video or, you know, thing in the media that I've seen says that there's not enough research to support the claim that vaping isn't harmful. Well, that's not entirely true either. There actually has been a large amount of studies done about the effects of vaping on the lungs and just the physiology and human body altogether. Um, and to my knowledge, keep in mind all of this video is to my knowledge and some of my opinion, but to my knowledge, not one has conclusively come back to say that it is definitively harmful in one way or another to a human body. If anything, the most I've heard is that it's just neutral. Doesn't do anything good, doesn't do anything bad. That's what I've heard the most, at least from what they know so far. Alright, third is the difference between cigarettes and vaporizers and e-cigs, which, yes, would seem obvious, but some people just cannot seem to get a grasp on this. But, alright. A large portion of damage from smoking, believe it or not, comes from thermal damage, damaging the inner lining of the throat and upper connective airways of the lungs. I'm not a scientist, but don't quote me on this, it may or may not be from the fact that it's on fire. Uh, with vaping, the temperatures at which the liquid is evaporated are so much lower than a cigarette that it's almost not even comparable. I mean, it's just not, it's not burning. It's not burning. Nothing is on fire. It's heated. Nothing is on fire. And even by the time it reaches your throat and your lungs, it's cooled substantially. So, I mean, that's one big difference. Another one is carcinogens. Flat out. It's the worst thing about smoking. You know, you're turning something physical into ash through burning it. Well, there's some stuff in there that's got to go somewhere. Where do you think it ends up? It ends up in your lungs. That's another main difference, is that vaping does not, uh, you know, load a collection of stuff that is stuck in your lungs. In fact, propylene glycol um, is known to help clear the lungs of fluid and clear the airways. And the last thing that I'm going to talk about in this video is just simply advancing society. You know, unfortunately, we kind of have to be understanding of the fact that this kind of freaks people out. It freaks them out. And, you know, granted, maybe, I mean, I remember the first time I saw my friend with just an ego twist in a pro tank. I was like, that is giant. What is that? And please don't kill me with it. But the fact is, just like anything, the more people see this, the more people see people using it, the more they know about it, that is true and not false, then the wider its acceptance will be, and the wider its, you know, I don't know, it'll just become a social norm. And that's what I'm talking about here, is advancing society to a point to where they can look at this and realize that regardless of anything we know right now, or will know in the future, I mean, regardless of anything we will know in the future, what we do know right now for a fact, and don't let anybody tell you differently about this, what we know right now for a fact is that vaping is an ungodly amount less damaging than smoking cigarettes or tobacco. It's just nowhere near the amount of damage to your body that smoking cigarettes is. And, you know, the more you let people know that, maybe we can convert, you know, more people. Because from the time that I started smoking until when I started vaping, the longest I had gone without a cigarette in like 6.5 years was 3 weeks. That's insane. 3 weeks for 6.5 years? Are you kidding me? Like, I've already done a great amount of damage to my body. And I can't take that back, but you know what I can do is I can stop doing it and do something that's way less damaging. You know, that's why I'm doing it to not smoke cigarettes. Like the majority of the people who vape. And if you can convert somebody else that smokes cigarettes to only vaping, then God bless you. You know why? Because you may have just saved their life. You may have just save their health and the people around them. So keep fighting this fight. Uh, you know, like Grim Green says, we got to stick together. We got to support other vapors. Got to help them out. And this is about spreading the information that isn't wrong information and or propaganda. I'm not really sure right now what they're up to, but keep an eye out and make sure that people aren't just spreading lies, please. So, God bless. God bless America. And vape on, Vape Nation.